Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. World Tanks. Gonna be playing a couple games here. Well, showing a couple games here in my Soviet mediums. A couple of my favorite tanks, the T62a and the Object 140. I don't really get along with the 430 that well. It's kind of fun for fighting heavy tanks, but I find it too slow and the gun handling is bad and accuracy is bad. Which is weird because I get along with the 430 like at tier 9 pretty well, but the tier 10 one not so much. I like these ones because they're pretty fast. The 140, I like. I really need to get like better turbos. I only have like normal turbos for these two tanks, and I run this one with the experimental mobility as well. It's just I wish they could do like 60, 65. I wish they were as fast as the Leopards, but they're just obviously they're not. They only go about like 50, 55. The T62 is a little touch slower than this one, so I end up wanting to speed them up a little bit, even if it's at the expense of shooting faster or things like that. So I end up always going up to the side position over here because I don't have. I really hate the middle of this map. I hate this map in general. I think airfield should be taken out of the game because it's so bloody awful. But recognize that we got a chance to flank around here, and we're just gonna like permatrack this 268 version 4. I felt bad for him a little bit because he was like one of those stock tanks. You never ever want to take one of those stock tanks because you don't get to have any modules, you don't get to have any love, and your cruiser. I think your cruiser 100%, but you don't have any of the other advantages, and it really sucks. And that BZ's lower plate is huge. And yeah, me and the 140 just went to town on these two guys and just smashed the whole middle of the map out. And yeah, it was just a complete stomp. This is one of those super short 3-minute games that's just kind of like non-stop after it got rolling. And yeah, we got the Centurion here, so we're shooting him up, and then we got the TVP who bombed me earlier, and gonna shoot him and track him, so then my 140 friend can shoot him and kill him. Oh no, a Super Conqueror got him. Now we can see if we can yoink the kill on the M48 here, and then whap! Got him. And this is where I was checking to see if my video settings were on. So I'm gonna come over here and get shot twice because I was fucking around. And wait for it, bam. Bam. And then I was like, oh, I gotta play. Yeah, he was going for his third shot. Didn't think he had anything left to lose because he was going to die anyway. So, Object 140 really fast. Quick 3,200 damage with broken turret. Dead driver. I didn't even notice my driver was dead. And yeah, that was a fun one. And now we're going to jump out in the T62. And I've got the bond. We got a normal turbo. We got bond vents and bond stabs. I could probably... I don't know. I like having really good gun handling with my T62s because it's fun to just be able to move and not stop as much, and to be able to hit your shots. And that's just kind of how I like to run things. I mean, other people might just go full like DPM and just like put rammer on it. And I do have a setup with a bond rammer, but it's just not this one. So we've got myself and a Badger going around the north, and I click on our Progetto because he was basically hiding in the very back of the map, and that spot is useless. You can't shoot virtually anything from that spot, and he was there for, I don't know, a good 2 or 3 minutes just in the back of the map, and people were wondering what the hell he was doing. Even our STV. So we're going to drive up here and see if we can get a shot at this 277, and I don't know how, but he managed to bounce me. So I get a shot into him once, and then because of this thing shoots so fast, I get another shot into him. And I'm just going to back out to try and meet him at the top of the hill. I thought the Badger would just be following him up. So I was like, good. But he ended up turning around and coming back like towards me for some reason. Like he should have just driven up right there. But instead he was like, I'll drive back to the T62. And then I think the STB ended up coming up this way as well. Well, someone ended up coming up. So I waited for a little bit, just to not go up and fight the 277 myself. It's not the biggest area where I can kind of try and dominate him. So I drive around and get shot. And then this is where the T62 falls down a little bit. The gun depression, bad. So I shoot him in the lower plate. And then I back off again. And Now I've got my STB with me. He bounces, shoot him in the back, and then he tries to run, and the STB is like, okay, no more damage here, so I'll just keep going. So I finish off the 277. Our Badgers seemed a little bit on the slow side when it came to maybe thinking and reacting, but I decide that I'm going to jump off the back of this plateau thing here and move around the bottom of the map. And with the turbo, this thing can do about, what, like 55 kilometers per hour? I gotta figure out a way I can make it go faster. Maybe if I have like some kind of a bounty turbo or something. That would probably help. Because I still like playing this tank. I wish I could get a 3D skin for it. I wish that Wargaming would get off their rump and give this one a 3D skin and the AMX 30B a skin. Even though they're like collector tanks, I still think that the T62 has been around so long, like that it kind of deserves one. Because I think I'm saving up all my what's called my my pass points for getting the 3D skin for the Object 140. But on this tank, I don't have one. It still looks kind of cool. I've got a neat camo on it that's really woodland looking. I can't remember where I got this one. So we're coming around here to help our TDP because he's a little bit beat up. And we don't have shots at these heavies really, and I don't really feel like playing hull down games with them because the turret on the T62 used to be pretty good, but it's not really the fortress that it used to be. And so we got a shot in the back of the Leopard, and that's the kind of shot that you get like just with the gun handling on this tank is fantastic. It's one of my favorite things about this tank. You really don't have to aim for very long before it's going to make the shots, especially in this mode where the accuracy is better. So we're going to stop and kind of all over the place there with that shot, and we're going to try and hit this guy again, and another one in the back of the turret. Ends up working out pretty good. And then they're both hiding here, so I figure I would just come around and try and shoot the STB. Things look a little bit crazy at one point, but we managed to pull it back pretty fast here. So he's going to drop back behind here. I'm going to try and hit him. And the shot went a little bit down and to the left, but I managed to track him, which was alright. So I'm just going to cover as much space between me and him as I can. Hit him, track him again, and come in here almost full speed, put a side shot into him, and then see if I can get one more shot at 60p, and then the gun depression screws me up again, where I can't get my gun down, so I gotta go higher than I want to, and then shot in the back, and then the TVP is going to drive in front of me and block my last shot here because he's greedy. But I still got one more shot into him before he finished him off, and we end up winning. So, pretty fun little games. Soviet tanks. See ya!